Hello everyone. Today is 102, day 102. I was going to continue about the family that came, the Gujarati family. This somehow settled in Manchester, and I was going to say Nairobi. Before I go any further, let me apologize for one mistake I made in the 100th day photographs. I said my wife's in-laws. They're not my wife's in-laws, they're my in-laws. I made that mistake of saying that. Call it old age, never mind. Anyway, this family, the tragedy of losing the eldest son immediately after he got married, and then his wife had taken insurance on his life. She only came back from somewhere in the north or somewhere from south and picked up her insurance, and she vanished. Never look back on this family, how they are doing or anything. With the grief-stricken mother, she only lived for a while, and when she saw me, after a while, I only came to know after I went to Manchester to see them. And I said, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Anyway, then what happened was the second child, the girl got married to a chap from India, brought him to England, gave him a visa for UK visa, and he left her. What kind of people are these, He left her. When he left her, she filed a divorce, and they took his visa off, and so he had to go back to Bombay or wherever, Mumbai. And anyway, that's his problem. I was going to say something about in 1966 or 1967 when we had already got settled and all. Two of my friends came from Bolton to Blackburn, and two of us, my brother and I, we went to Blackpool to see the illumination, first time. And we were traveling by train. We went to Preston from Blackburn and changed from Preston to Blackpool to see the illumination. We spent the whole day there, and it was very interesting for us because we were going there first time. And while we were going, there was another Asian chap or something in the same compartment where we were, and we were talking in Swahili. We had just come from Kenya, no? So we were boasting our Swahili and all that. And then we were calling this chap who was sitting next to us names and telling his Mshenzi and all that thing. But what happened was, when we were leaving this compartment to get down at Blackpool, one of my friends turned around and told him, sorry about all this. They were talking their Swahili and all that. So this guy, he replied, Hapana, hakuna matata, kila kitu sawa sawa. Everything is okay, there's no problem. And I don't know if anybody of you had this experience when we are talking in another language and the third person whom we don't want them to know understands what we are talking about. And we were flabbergasted when he said that. So anyway, we got down in Blackpool and we didn't see him after that. He must have got down in Blackpool as well. Either if the train goes to St. Anne's, I don't know. And we roamed around till evening, eating sea fish, I mean, whatever food we get from the sea, or we can get fresh mussels and all that thing on the seaside where they're selling food, fish and chips and all sort of food. And we bought, we ate, and in the evening there was a show in that Blackpool Tower House. So we went there. In the show, they were dancing and all that. My brother walked into the dance floor and danced with a girl whom, well, she was with somebody else, but he tapped her shoulder and asked her for a dance, and he danced. Nothing wrong with that. And then he was bold those days. He was only young, no? 16, 17 years old. 67, he was 17 years old, yeah. And then after that, I don't know, my friends and all, they purposely missed the train back to Blackburn. And the thing is, we didn't know where to stay. The whole night was freezing like mad. We saw the light. Everything was closing down. At 12 o'clock, I think the tower house closed. We went on the tower and all that. And then we went into the tower building where the dance and all these concerts were going on. And by 12, 12:30, everything closed. So we walked to the station to see if there was any train going back. No trains. And we were freezing there. We wore a jacket and all, but the jacket was something like when I got from Mombasa, what I was wearing when I was going to work. And that was freezing like hell. So what we did, we all went into the telephone booth to get warm inside there. But telephone booth, nothing happens. And somebody left out gas and we had to push out and run out of the telephone booth. Then we found the toilet in the station close by. We went to the toilet for our delivering out if you want to go for a pee and things like that. And that was a very enjoyable time in 1967. Maybe some of you are not even born at that time, but we were having a fantastic time that time. And then the next day morning, we caught the train back to Blackburn, and we washed ourselves up because there was a smelly old woman sitting next to us in the station where we were trying to get warmth. She came and sat next to one of my friends, and he said, "She stinks like mad." I think she was drinking as well. A very old woman. Anyway, we had to get up from that bench and go and find another bench to sit on. And we were four of us, all four of us managed to sit in a bench. And we decided to take the train back to Blackburn. And to cut the story short, this same guy came into the compartment, and we said we are sorry about if he said anything bad about you or anything. We are new to this country and we are just talking all sort of rubbish. Very sorry. And he said, "Hapana fikiri." Don't worry. In Swahili, he replied back. And it's a incident we had. Bye for now. Talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe for me. Cheers. God bless. Take care. Wear a mask when you're going out. Britain is forcing everyone to take vaccination. They're not forcing. It's up to us to take the vaccination and be safe.